Casey Logan, yes, haha.
Workshop!
Hello, welcome back to Casey's Story Corner. I'm Casey Logan. As promised, some general workshops, tips, ideas about how I approach story reading. A little bit of general advice today. I'm just going to give you 8 pointers that I use and that I've sort of discovered over time to make storytelling fun and interesting, not only for the children, but also for you as an educator, as a storyteller, as a teacher. Okay, so first of all, vary your tone when you're reading a book. I've seen a lot of educators that use the same tone, the same tonal patterns again and again. I'm going to use The Bad Seed as going to be my stunt book for this video. So for example, I'm a bad seed, a bad seed. Oh yeah, it's true. The other seeds, they look at me and they say, that seed is so bad. When they think I'm not listening, they mumble, there goes a bad seed. So it's the same kind of repetition of tone. Yes, it's telling a story, but it could be more engaging. So vary your tone, okay? Even if you don't do voices, which I'll approach in a minute. I'm a bad seed. A bad seed. Oh yeah, it's true. The other seeds, they look at me and they say, so make it interesting. If you vary your tone, they're going to engage more, okay? Vary the pace. Number 2. You can slow things down and speed things up. Again, it'll keep them guessing. It'll maintain that interest. If you have the same pace, there's nothing for them to kind of latch onto. Oh yeah, it's true. The other seeds, they look at me and they say, that seed is so bad. When they think I'm not listening, they mumble, there goes a bad seed. So it's all the same pace, right? But you can speed up and say, oh yeah, it's true. The other seeds, they look at me and they say, that seed is so bad. And you see I'm kind of varying the volume of my voice as well. You can draw them in by bringing something down. The other seeds, they look at me and they say, that seed is so bad. So really give them something to latch onto, vary things around. Project your voice. Now I know that they might be sitting in front of you a lot of the time, but that doesn't mean you can't project your voice. You don't have to yell at them, but you can project your voice. I'm projecting now, and the microphone's only just in front of the camera. I'm projecting now enough to reach the microphone, enough to reach my audience and go just a little bit beyond. You don't have to be too loud and blast them into the back of the room, but do project so you kind of your voice hits them and goes further. Because if you're not projecting, then again they're not going to be engaged. You probably heard that, but I said if you're not going to project, they won't be engaged if they can't hear it. If they've got to work to hear it, that's effort that they can't spend on enjoying it. Okay. 4, facial expressions. I know you're using a book and they're going to be looking at the book, but it's a whole experience. Okay. And this is something I have a lot to learn about, facial expressions. I worry that sometimes my face is a bit dead in terms of expression, right? So the bad seed, right from the very beginning, I try to frown, right? Have the emotion in your face because it's a whole, it feeds into the whole experience, right? Oh yeah, it's true. The other seeds, they look at me and they say, that seed is so bad. So you can do a bit of acting, even if you're not an actor, even if you haven't done theatre, you're a human being, right? So you can let the words give you the feeling and the facial expression, okay? Again, it'll be more engaging. And you'll notice some of the kids will be looking at you, some of the kids will be looking at the book. You can pull different faces, okay? It's part of relaxing and having fun with it, okay? Body language, again, I'll be doing a little bit now. You can lean forward. You don't have to be sitting back and still and holding the book and you know. You can lean forward and you can lean down and engage them and you can show them things, okay? Well, I never put things back where they belong. I'm late to everything. You can lean forward and you can hunch in. You can go back. It's a theatre. Like this little space here is a theatre. All right, it's the stage. It's where you're putting on this little show. So you've got to be everything. Okay, you can use every part of your body, your face, your voice. All right, to describe these characters and to make the story kind of leap off the page. Okay, and then they'll keep requesting the same stories again and again because that's how kids work. But also, if you put that into it, they'll want to see that performance all the time. Okay. Now, something that I do, I don't know why I started doing it. Probably watching too many Jerry Lewis movies, but the book becomes a bit of a character. The book itself. All right. So I often start off and say, "Right, I'm going to read this book. I'm going to read this book." And I'll say, "It's behind you. It's behind you." And I'll say, "Where'd the book go?" What? So you can use it as a character. I often make it, eat my face. It slips. It doesn't want to be read, particularly books like The Bad Seed, all right, or Piranhas Don't Eat Bananas. That often like chomps on my hand and stuff. You can often at the end of the book, I go, the end. Ah! So you can have fun. That's just something I decided to do. That's up to you. But you can use anything to keep them engaged, to make it fun for them. Okay, voices of characters. It's a skill that I've practiced over a long time. It takes time to kind of refine it and hone it and get good at it and be comfortable with it. But you've got to start somewhere. So just try. It doesn't matter what the voice is. If you want to use a different voice from your own, it doesn't matter. They will still love it. Okay? And the more you practice, the more you try, the more comfortable you get, the more risks you'll take. Don't worry about looking like a fool. You won't. They will think you're the coolest thing since sliced bread because you put on a voice. And then you'll get reports back from parents to say, my daughter insists that I read it like you. Mummy, you're getting it wrong. You're not reading it like him does. I've had that a lot. So you can own it. You can make it your own. So I would come in and read the story completely different from the way you would read it. But the kids would love each one. So you've got to make it your own. Make it something that you can enjoy. Speaking of enjoyment, relax, have fun. You're allowed to enjoy storytelling, okay? Storytelling doesn't have to be a boring, I've got to read a story. I've encountered so many educators that don't like reading stories. I think it's a public speaking thing, fear of public speaking, and that's okay. But challenge yourself, extend yourself, start with something simple, okay? And have fun, relax. You're going to have as much fun as they do. If you let yourself relax, it'll just be fantastic fun. All right, that's enough from me. Thank you, Bad Seed. Thank you for listening and watching. I'm going to be doing some walkthroughs of some of the other stories that I read, like Bad Seed, Piranhas Don't Eat Bananas, over time, just to kind of give you some hints as to how I approach things, okay? Hopefully you'll be with me and tune in. Feel free to like and subscribe so YouTube notices me again. And I'm going to put links to my stories so that you can actually look at them in context. I've even got some ones where I've read to school children live. You can have a look at that sort of stuff as well, so you can see it all kind of at work. All right. Hopefully this has been useful to you. Please feel free to comment and let me know. Questions, suggestions. I'm always learning. We're all learners all the time. So yeah, please feel free to reach out and comment and like and subscribe and all that jazz. Tell your friends. If you don't like it, tell your enemies. Haha. All right. Thanks very much. Bye. Casey Logan! Yes! Ha ha!